Hi, welcome to the Advanced website. Today I would like to take you for a tour of what I think is one of the preeminent real estate websites in the entire continent. Now, why I like this website so much is that because of the way you can integrate the listings from your real estate board and how we can take those listings and make them available to your target market, making you the go-to real estate agent in your marketplace for all of the people that you are targeting. Now, just to give you, as I say, I'm going to look at a couple of my favorite features, but you should look at the design of the site because that's, somewhat important or very important. People will often say that that's not so important, but when it's your branded site, yeah, I get it. We want to have a site that's going to look good. So we have these features here, and we focus mostly on listings because that's where 80% of the people visiting your website are going to be headed. They want to get themselves a list of properties to look at, so we give it to them. Now, little features like meet the team, selling, buying, open houses, those images, all customizable, can be changed. The scrolling photos here can be loaded manually, or we can take them from your board. If you have a personal feed, you can load all your listings and they'll scroll across here nicely, profiling the photographs of the properties that you would like to have your target market look at. And what I like about it, if you click on them here, is how we can pop up and it'll give access only to a certain amount. Usually there's 4 photos here, but it depends on this example. We'd only loaded 2 photos, but they'll have a little thumbnail sketch of 4 photos. It's designed to be a teaser, so people want to see more. And that's really what it's all about, is getting people teased enough, not annoyed, but just enough so that they want to see more. And of course, you can add all of your videos. Now, moving on, you can have individuals, you can overlay photo. This is called an overlay photo because there's a transparent background and we can lay it on top of your header banner. Now, if you don't like that style, we can add it in as a photograph. We can put if you're a pair, husband and wife couple, you can add in your photograph in this style. There's customizable header banner designs. We can add all of the IDX listings should you choose to want to work with the IDX on your real estate board. And you can continue to create a header banner as if somebody has access to the way you would like to have your header banner designed and they have access to the Adobe Photoshop. These can be created literally in not much time. And then you can have any look and feel, change all the colors, all the style. We can scroll single photos or triple photos across this design here. The sites are almost completely customizable. Now, this is the big feature, and I'm going to bounce back and come back to this as we look at the rest of the site, but suffice to know that we can download pretty much all the listings on your real estate board, at least all of the listings where they're participating with the CREA DDF feed. And then what will end up happening now is we are setting up a series of satellite sites. And this is where this gets very interesting because typically people are going to run satellite sites such as a pay-per-click Google search engine site or a Facebook lead generation site. And the sites end up being separate. So your databases are separate and the feeds are separate. Now, in many cases, we've done tests where this, by the way, is it's the preeminent pay-per-click website that we've ever used, and we've tested against probably 20 other websites. Nothing comes close to pay-per-click lead generation than this little puppy right here. But of course, when we're doing branded, we want a site that is different than the low branded website, and for various reasons. Now, we also have many other styles. This is again the Gold Rush, and it's a low branded website. Believe it or not, this one here in our test is pulling 2 to 1 over that site. And a Gold Rush lead site, we work primarily with pay-per-click. As you can see, the 3 ads at the top and then the sidebar. Those are ads that when they get clicked on will lead the visitor to a site like this. While in the past what would happen is you'd have to call up and then start to work and convert the person. Well, now what we're doing is we're seamlessly integrating. When a person builds a Gold Rush leads page, it will automatically sync with your main branded advanced website. And that's really exciting. And I'll show you more as to why this is so exciting. But I want to continue here and show you other strategies that we have. This is a mirror mailers campaign site right here, and when we go down, and there's examples here, and if you clicked on a mirror mailers website, you're going to see a banner, something like this. Now there's an example, and I've used Garen's information. It doesn't go to a mirror mailer website, but I use it just because I like Garen and I wanted to profile him in this example. What we do with a Mirror Mailers website is we create a website, a single opt-in website that matches the look and feel of your flyer because there's less disconnect. And anyway, that's a full training program that I don't want to get into and digress here too much, but suffice to know that when we're grabbing information, leads off the internet or from online or offline, doesn't really matter, we're funneling them back to the advanced website so that they're automatically going to be profiled here. And I'll explain the profile a little more as we work along. So now we have single address websites, which is much the same. We use it as a listing tool so that when you're in a tough listing situation, you have great tools and ways to be able to let the person know that you're the person that they should be working with. Now, our GoPro seller leads, again, another interesting site. And what I love about this site here is that when you're using a low branded flyer campaign or a pay-per-click campaign looking for listings, this site lets the user type in their address. And this is an old address of mine that I used to live at, and I'll just use it because it pops to mind. And when a person clicks on go, this is the cool thing. They end up, if this will work for me properly, seeing a picture of their home. That sense of immediate gratification is so alluring that we find that the opt-in rates become incredible. So now we have that individual problem again of capturing information off of one site, but now we have to get them to go over to the other site. So we have several strategies. One is a series of follow-up email offering items of value, mortgage calculators, moving day tips and such, and then right off the get-go, we are now seamlessly integrating them in with the advanced website. This is so huge as a prospecting agent looking to grow your business and build your list. Now, why I like this and what is so select about this is when a person comes here now and they're going to be scrolling up and down, we give them pages, and they literally, some boards, we have over 10,000 listings on your website that they can look at. Now they come along and they take a look here and they go, gee, this one catches my eye. And when they go to click on this, this is the cool part. Boom. A feature sheet jumps up in the background, but there's that annoying pop-up, just enough to annoy that they're alluring, kind of being able to sense this. I can get the information I want if I just fill out this form. Well, this is where it gets even better. If you see they're asked to build an account, well, over here, while they're building this account, they're going to have the email and their phone number requested. The email and the phone number request is so important because we have in here the number will be used as their password, which gives you a far more significant possibility of getting the information that's legitimate because they're knowing that they're going to be able to build an account on your system. And when they build an account on your system, you now have primary control or primary influence over the person that's signed up on your account because they're using your information. They're using your value proposition so that you can continue to build the relationship with them. You can tell how often that they're looking at the website, how often they visit and go into your website. You can tell whether the people have looked at house A or B or opened up any files. You can see how often that they're going to be looking at and where they're looking is so critical because you know who the players are. They, and part of the allure here is they're going to be getting information emailed to them on price alerts. They're going to be getting new listing notifications in the area that match their price, area, and style. This is really big, and I hope that you see the value in this. And if you are interested, please reach out. You can see the 800 number there. Call me or email me, and we'll get you hooked up.